Peace and blessings, everybody. This is Zen Davis with another video. Hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's, I hope life is just treating you kindly around this time of year. I want to start this video before I get into it. I want to show you a couple books I got just to, just to let you know that when I speak from intelligence, and my intelligence comes from life and the books that I purchase. I'm an avid book reader. So I bought this book yesterday by Robert Greene. The Laws of Human Nature. And every book that I'm showing you has to do with the mind, human behavior, okay? Psychology, things like that. In the Minds of Murderers. This is my school books. I got a social psychology book right here. Another psychology book. These are very big books, by the way. Another social psychology. And I have like 50 other psychology books that deals primarily with psychology. So, I would have to dig through a lot of crates to show you those books. I have a lot of them on my Kindle, which is digital. So I'm not at liberty to show you guys those books. But I study people. Not only do I study people by reading, I study people. Sometimes I go to the park and I'll just, watch people, watch what they do, body language. Then I'll try to conjure up some type of imagery of how they're like in their daily life. You feel me? I come up with like a storyline of their life, predicated upon what I'm seeing at that current moment. Not only that, but like I went out to eat. Was it yeah? I went out to eat yesterday, and my booth was facing the window, and it was a stoplight, right outside. And I would just sit and watch people in their cars while they're waiting on the light to turn green. I would just sit and watch people, see what they do, looking in the mirror, fixing their face. Some people smoking those vapor cigarettes, I'm just checking them out, just looking at them, observing things. Then I look around the restaurant and I observe people. I'm discreet when I do it, it's not like a creepy way, but I'm cerebral. Like I watch everything and um, I observe my environment. It's crazy how people study. Some people don't study at all, but it's crazy how people study economics, try to get their financial life in order. People study, math. Maybe they want to be some type of accountant. People study philosophy. Philosophy means or denotes the love of knowledge. People study all these different categories, but nobody study humans. And a lot of your success, a lot of your success is has to do with how you interact with people. You cannot make it to the top alone. You have to have some type of people skills. And you got to study people. You got to learn how to read people, not by what they say, because people can lie. It's by their actions, their gestures, their gesticulations, how they speak with their hands, the inflections of their voice, you know, um, the way they stand, Some people, when they lie, they do this, and it's subconscious. They don't know that they're doing it. A lot of people don't pay attention to their body language. But see, I do. So I know when I'm in the presence of a bullshitter. I know when you pulling my strings. I know when you choking my chain. I know all these things. It took years for me to develop this skill, but I did it. I had to in order to survive, and you got to in order to survive. When you meet people, they're not going to display or reveal their flaws. They're not going to do that. They're going to show you their good side to ingratiate themselves to you. It's all about ingratiation. So that's why a lot of people, they get in a relationship and everything is perfect. I mean, the guy or the girl is idealistic for them. It's like, wow, I finally found my soulmate. Oh my God, he's so special. She's so special. You on cloud nine. And this happened to me several times. But then you move in with the person and you after like 2 or 3 months, you like, holy shit, this is a whole new person. Then the arguments start to happen. You see what I'm saying? You start to argue. You start to see this person idiosyncrasies. You start to see this person, bad habits. He's argumentative, very opinionated. But before, none of that was on display. Because people wear social masks. And then when they go home, or when they're in alone, they take that social mask off, and then their true self, their genuine self. But when you live with somebody, their real identity is revealed because you can't wear the mask 24/7. You just can't do it. So when the mask come off, you see another side of the person. You see, that's why when you first meet somebody, you're not meeting them. You're meeting something that they've created. Something that they've painstakingly created. Is a facade. Is what they want people to see. It's like being an actor or an actress. A social mask is you acting. And there's nothing wrong with it. Everybody do it. I do it. Everybody does it. But you need to know about it. Everybody has a shadow. A shadow is a dark side. It's a part of you that you suppressed, that you don't want to acknowledge. Or it's a part of you that you acknowledge, but you don't want to reveal because it's not accepted by society. You have a weird foot fetish, you're not going to tell somebody that on the first date. You're not going to tell somebody that on the first date because, honestly, that's abnormal. I mean, to society, is that normal? But you move in with the person, you start having sex with them, and then all of a sudden they want to make love to your feet. You just met a segment of the shadow. I have a shadow. Everybody has a shadow. I hope I'm making sense. But that's not the topic of this video. The topic of this video is being emotionless. I catch a lot of flack for not having emotions. A lot of women a lot of women done got on me about that because a lot of women used to try to make me jealous. Just to see what I would do. Just to see if they could get some type of rise out of me. They would make comments like we'll watch a TV show. Oh my God, he's so sexy. Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. We be out in public, going somewhere, and then they'll be like, man, that guy keeps looking at me. Yeah, he's kind of cute, but, I think it's rude because I'm with you. That's what girls would do to get some type of reaction, you know. And a lot of people do that in the world today. A lot of people's lives are so miserable, they'll do anything to antagonize you. Okay? It's a ploy to get you upset, and a lot of people fall for that. They're baiting you. You have a coworker, you ask them to do something reasonable, something that will help out the company, you know, like, hey, could you go and they're sitting right by the copy machine. Could you go and grab those copies for me? And then they respond like, no, I'm not grabbing anything, blah, 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 blah. Then what do? You get upset and it bothers you for the rest of the day. So they have power over you. They can pull your strings. They're like God to you. But me? No. No. I don't have any emotions. And I always had that demeanor about myself, but I trained it tediously. I trained myself to be that way. Because if you move off emotions, you're going to be unstable. Instability is going to be your new personality trait. I always advocate having an even keel. Don't get too high, don't get too low. Always stay even, man. It does something to your thought process, man. And people notice it because we all have auras. We all have an aura. We emit certain vibes. And calmness, poise is a vibe that's attractive to men and women. Unfortunately, I have to conclude this video prematurely because my time is up. But think about that. Peace.